Welcome to my YouTube channel, Consult with Ada. So, on today's training, I will be teaching us on how to work with a perfectionist as a boss. Working with a perfectionist as a boss can be really, really challenging, but because of the high standards, high expectations, and you as an employee, as a staff, you see yourself trying to fit into your boss' high standard. But in this video, I will help you to know how to go about working for a perfectionist as your employer, as your boss. As a supervisor. I will teach you that. First of all, I need you to understand this employer have some certain expectations from you, from their employees, from their staff. They have some certain level of expectations and they expect you to meet their expectations. So what you need to do is to understand what are their expectations. What do they expect from you? What do they want you to do? What do they want you to, to get right? What do they want you to achieve for them? That is one thing I want you to understand. So in understanding their expectations, you need to be able to clarify the requirements. So you don't figure it out trying to figure it out what my boss expects from me. There's a place of you actually asking questions. Ask questions. Sir, I want clarity. I want to understand what you want from me. I want to know. Are you getting? So don't just be in a place of assumption. This is what my employer wants from me. You might end up walking in error. You might end up not meeting up with their expectations. So try to always ask for clear and detailed instructions to understand exactly what your employer expects. Because what it will do, that will help you avoid some misunderstandings. Are you getting it? If you're able to understand, ask questions. What do you expect from me? This task you've given, what do you expect from me? I need clarity, sir. I need clarity, ma. I need to understand the instructions about the task. When you're able to ask questions, then you will know their mind. You will know their expectations. Then you can work with that. It's very important. Don't just assume. Don't be in a place of assumption. You're busy assuming. Don't be in a place of assumption. Try to ask questions. Nobody bites when you ask them questions. You can't get fired when you ask questions. Are you getting it? It shows that you really want to get the job done. You want to deliver the task. So what you do is to ask quality questions. Seek for clarity. It will help you a lot while working with a perfectionist. And again, I tell people be detail-oriented. Be detail-oriented. Don't just do your work lackadaisically or carelessly. Pay attention to details. Part of your the skills that you said you have is that you pay attention to details. Or you're being meticulous. Detail-oriented is very important. You don't just do the task haphazardly. You pay attention to the details. Try to double-check your work. Adopt their standards. So when you do your work, double check. Make sure they are free from errors. Make sure you got it perfectly done. Put yourself in the place of your boss, of your employer. Put yourself in the shoes of your employer. That if such a work is presented to your desk, will you find it worth it? Will you find it accomplished? Will you find it resultful? Are you getting it? When you put yourself in the place of your employer, then you'll be able to double check your work. Mark yourself. So it's very important because your employer, who is a perfectionist, already have high standards, and there's this level of expectation they want you to meet. So they won't want you to be a misfit. They want you to be below their expectations. They want you to hit the target. So once you're done getting clarity of how to go about the task, asking necessary questions, then when you're carrying out the task, do well to double check, do well to put yourself in the place of the employer. And as well, I tell people, communicate effectively. Communication is one of the major tools that every organization seeks out for. Because when there is no effective communication, messages can be passed across wrongly and misunderstood and misinterpreted. So what do? Communicate effectively. Learn to communicate. Learn to be proactively update. So you have to be in a place of you keeping employer informed about the details of how far you have gone with the task that has been given to you. Keep them informed. Keep them updated. Keep them about the progress of the work. You don't just keep them in the dark and you expect to produce the perfect result. I get it. So if along the way that the resources are not complete, are not enough for the task, you can as well inform them. That is you being proactive. You don't wait till the deadline and you start coming up with excuses. Boss, the resources were not enough. I tried to manage them. I thought I'll be able to manage them to the end. And at the dying minutes, I realized that I couldn't do anything about it. You don't just come up with excuses like that. So that is why there's a place of you being proactive. Be proactive. Nobody, no employer loves excuses. Nobody takes excuses. Nobody tolerates excuses. Nobody condones excuses. So you do well to proactively update them. That is how far I have been able to go with the task, with the project. This is where I am at the moment. There's a challenge I'm encountering at the moment. That is why I'm here, sir. That is why I'm here, ma. It will do you well. So don't wait till the deadline. I am not running helter-skelter, trying to figure out the excuses and the lies you're gonna give. It doesn't make sense. Are you getting it? So I as well, like I said, ask questions. Ask questions. Always ask questions. Now, asking questions is not limited to just your employer. You have your colleagues at work. You have your colleagues at the same field at other organizations and campaigns. Ask questions. When it looks as though you're stuck up in a place, in a particular project or task, ask questions. Don't just try to figure it all out alone by yourself. There's a place of you trying to ask questions. There is nobody dies because they ask questions. It doesn't reduce you to nothing. It doesn't make you less of who you are. It doesn't take away the position from you. Because no one knows it all. So there's a place of asking questions. There's a place of seeking for help. Are you getting it? So there's a place of asking questions. There's a place of seeking for help. So do well to ask questions. So if you're able to get all these things done, you will see that you end up meeting up with the deadline. You will end up meeting up with the expectations of your perfectionist employer or boss. Because once you've put all the things together, you've been able to seek for clarity, ask questions, you're being proactively updating them with the recent happenings about the facts or the project or the assignment. Good. You will give them the desired results. So it's as simple as that. Okay? So this is where we're going to stop at the moment. Join me in the next class on how to work with a demanding employer. I'd like to see you around. Do well to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and share to your colleagues at work. Thank you very much.